evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Lipakshi Khurana. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Monday, the 28th of December. Suicide attack near Kabul airport kills 1, injures many. Pakistan, Afghanistan agree for a meeting to push peace talks with Taliban. And Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella signs MoUs with India's Andhra Pradesh province. And now for all the details. Even as Afghan forces battle Taliban militants in Helmand, residents of the province are fleeing the region due to heavy fighting. The Taliban has launched a coordinated attack on Helmand earlier this month.
At least 4 districts of Helmand have fallen to Taliban amid a tussle that started a fortnight ago. Fierce fighting between the Taliban militants and Afghan troops has forced the residents to flee the Sangin district, where fighting is the heaviest.
جنگ په ولسوالۍ کې دی نو جنگ خو داسې عام خلک نشي وتلی دا کورني خلکو ته خبر ورکړی دی چې ووځئ موږ جنگ پکوي نو خلک وتلي دي شاوخوا ماینونه دي طالبان ورته ناست دي څوک ورتلی نشي دوکانونه یې هلته پاته دي کورونه یې پاته دي بس په دغه یوه جوړه کالو کې راوتلي دي دغه ټاټونه یې درولي دي بالا بس په دغه ټاټو کې دي څوک په یو خونه کې دي د یو چا په کنډواله ننوتلي دي او اوس نه خپل دوکان ته ورتلی شي نه خپل شی راایستلی شي شاوخوا ماینونه دي.
Despite Taliban slowly gaining grounds in Helmand, the Afghan forces remain optimistic about their mission.
امنیت د خط ساحه ده طبعا مشکلات وسیږي او ان شاء الله زموږ هلکان په لوړ مورال کې دي دښمن د غلو په شان راځي د ملکي کورونو استفاده کوي زموږ په پرسونل باندې انداخ کوي زموږ پرسونل ان شاء الله ښه مورال لري بیرته مقابل جواب ورکوو او موږ باندې کوم عکس العمل نشي ښودی خو د ملکیانو ورسره ډېر په عذاب دي د ملکیانو د کورونو استفاده کوي غالۍ یې ترېنه ستنې کړي دي بسترې یې ستنې کړي کورونه یې ستنې کړي په زور یې سره ویستې دي حتی اوبه یې پرې بندې کړي دي چې فصلونه ونه کري نو دا مشکلاتونه د دښمن د خوا نه ډېر زیات واقع کېږي.
Helmand has been a traditional stronghold of Taliban and is a major center of opium production. The Helmand crisis has put the Afghan government on the dock after the brief fall of northern Kunduz to Taliban in September. The resurging Taliban has put on immense pressure on Afghan forces who have been left on their own after NATO forces ended its combat mission last year.
1 person was killed and multiple wounded after a suicide bomber blew himself near Kabul airport on Monday. Taliban has claimed responsibility for the attack.
The Taliban said the attack near the Hamid Karzai International Airport in Kabul was targeted on foreign forces convoy in the area. The attack comes barely 2 weeks after a major Taliban assault in the city. A suicide bomber walked up to a truck and detonated explosive he was wearing, said a police officer at the scene. The powerful explosion shattered the windows of nearby shops and also destroyed a minibus standing nearby.
یک ناگهان یک صدای انفجار شد و می دنیا تاریک شد بیخی و می چیز کمیایی و چیزا بود کلش دمی سر ما افتاد مرا مو گرفت و می آدستا تقریبا یکان 3 متر از ما دورتر بود دمی سر سرک دوکان ما 3 متر دیگه یک بچه که موجا جای با جای شده بود دیگه ما را به اینی حالت رساند بسیار یک انفجار خطرناک بود.
The head of Kabul police, Abdul Rahman Rahimi, said the attack in an overwhelmingly civilian area was purposely done to trigger fear among the locals. The blast comes even as Pakistan's Army Chief General Raheel Sharif visited Kabul on Sunday in a bid to prepare the ground for fresh peace talks between the Taliban and the Afghan government.
Pakistan and Afghanistan have agreed to take forward the peace process between the Afghan government and Taliban under an already agreed quadrilateral framework. A quadrilateral meeting between Afghanistan, Pakistan, China and the US is scheduled to take place in January to form a comprehensive roadmap for meaningful peace.
The decision to work in coordination with 4 countries was taken during Pakistan Army Chief General Raheel Sharif's visit to Kabul. Sharif also called on Afghanistan President Ashraf Ghani and Chief Executive Abdullah Abdullah. The first round of quadrilateral meeting between Afghanistan, Pakistan, China and the United States is scheduled to be held early next month to work out a clear and comprehensive roadmap to resume the peace process. The framework was recently formed after the US and China expressed their support for the resumption of peace talks between the Afghan government and the Taliban. A clear demarcation of responsibilities of each stakeholder will also be fixed during this meeting. During General Sharif's visit, both nations also agreed that a mutual framework would be worked upon to deal with those pursuing violence. Pakistan had hosted the first peace talks between the Afghan government and the Taliban in July. However, the peace talks were stalled after death of the group's longtime leader Mullah Omar in Pakistan was confirmed.
The Pakistan People's Party parliamentarians has unanimously elected former Pakistan President Asif Ali Zardari as the party's new president. The decision was taken during the Central Executive Meeting of the Pakistan People's Party on Sunday. The seat had fallen vacant after party's previous president, Makhdoom Amin Fahim, passed away last month. The Pakistan People's Party parliamentarians is a party created by Amin Fahim. The party is an electoral extension of the Pakistan People's Party. Afghanistan has said it will deploy a 7,000-member security force to guard the Tapi gas pipeline project in the country. The pipeline is likely to pass through the volatile provinces of Herat and Kandahar in Afghanistan.
A 7,000-member Afghan force will provide security during the implementation of the Tapi project and demining the route of the pipeline in Afghanistan. There was growing concern over the security challenges that the project could face in the war-torn country. The work on clearing of the pipeline passage would begin in April 2016, said Afghan Mines and Petroleum Minister Daud Shah Saba. The groundbreaking ceremony of the $10 billion Tapi pipeline took place earlier this December in Ashgabat, some 25 years after the inception of the project. Overall, the pipeline will stretch 1,800 kilometers and will transport gas from the fields in Turkmenistan's Galkinch to Herat and Kandahar province in Afghanistan and Multan in Pakistan before entering India at Fazilka in Punjab. The project, due to be completed by December 2019, would have a capacity of 33 billion cubic meters, which can fulfill the growing energy demands of Asian giants, India and Pakistan.
Moving on, employees of state-owned bank in Pakistan-administered Kashmir are up in arms as there is an open bias while employing people. Moreover, there has been no salary revision for last several years.
Employees of Bank of Azad Jammu and Kashmir recently gathered at the Central Press Club in Muzaffarabad and voiced their concern over nepotism prevailing in the bank. Employees alleged that jobs were being given without considering the merits of the candidates. They also said that outsiders were being employed by the bank management despite the orders of the Supreme Court. Pakistani Kashmir Supreme Court had ordered that people of the region should be given preferences while giving jobs.
जो अहम बात है कि हम रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहेंगे बल्कि अपील भी है तमाम जिम्मेदारान से, ये जो बराह रास्त कर रही है हमारे बैंक में हो रही हैं इनको बंद करें. सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ आज़ाद जम्मू और कश्मीर का जो फैसला है उसको इंडोर्स करें, उसको आप सामने रखें कि और हमारे पास इतना टैलेंट इतना तजर्बा इस रियासत में भी मौजूद है कि आप लोगों को यहाँ पे ही एकोमोडेट कर सकते हैं. और बराह रास्त के बजाय एडवर्टाइजमेंट होनी चाहिए हर और ट्रांसपेरेंट तरीके से इसमें इन्वॉल्वमेंट होनी चाहिए.
They also alleged that the bank management had not done anything towards the welfare of the bank officials.
हमारा सैलरी स्ट्रक्चर का जो पहले ये रिवाइज करवाने के लिए हमने रिक्वेस्ट की है कि सैलरी स्ट्रक्चर हमारा रिवाइज हो. आपकी गाड़ी में 4 साल पहले जो हमारा सैलरी स्ट्रक्चर रिवाइज हुआ था वो भी एसोसिएशन के प्लेटफॉर्म से हमारी रिक्वेस्ट ये है कि दोबारा उस पर सुना जाए, क्योंकि मैंने अभी भी बात की गोल्ड में मेडलिस्ट एमफिल लोग हमारे बैंक में 16-16 हज़ार पे काम कर रहे हैं पिछले 3-4 सालों से. सैलरी का जो इशू है उसके बाद जो हमारे मेडिकल क्लेम्स वगैरह हैं इस हवाले से हमने ये रिक्वेस्ट की हुई है कि इसको भी दीगर बैंकों के मुताबिक.
Discontent among public sector employees is common in Pakistani Kashmir. Instead of addressing their problems, both local and federal governments have turned a blind eye towards them.
Moving on to news from India, technology giant Microsoft has partnered with southern Indian province of Andhra Pradesh in the field of public cloud computing. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, who is in India for a 4-day visit, assured Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu of total cooperation in utilizing cloud data for improving citizen services.
Microsoft Corporation reached an understanding with the government of Southern Andhra Pradesh in the field of public cloud computing and digitalized education system. This came during Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella's visit to India. Nadella, who was on a 4-day trip to India, interacted with techies at T-Hub, India's largest incubator for startups in provincial capital Hyderabad.
We talked about 4 different things. Cloud enablement of public cloud enablement of a lot of services which can help small and medium scale industries in Telangana. Secondly, we talked about digitizing of all of our classrooms across the various government schools in Telangana. Thirdly, we also talked about Microsoft Ventures investing and supporting the startup culture in Hyderabad. Fourthly, we also talked about how Microsoft can leverage the white spaces and promote the last mile connectivity in Hyderabad.
Hyderabad-born Nadella, who led to the creation of cloud computing service, is only Microsoft's third CEO in 39 years. During Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Silicon Valley in the United States in September, Microsoft said that it has plans to take low-cost technology to some 500,000 villages across India.
Meanwhile, in Maldives, 3 people have been arrested over a recent assassination bid against the Maldivian President Abdullah Yameen, the police confirmed on Sunday. Those arrested include a sniper reportedly brought into Maldives from Sri Lanka. The 3 taken into custody on December 17th have been sent for 15 days remand. Maldives had declared a month-long state of emergency last month after the discovery of a bomb near the presidential palace. The state of emergency was, however, later cut short after a week. This followed the incident where a blast took place on his speedboat in which the president's wife and 2 aides were injured. The president, however, escaped unhurt. Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. Suicide attack near Kabul airport kills 1, injures many. Pakistan, Afghanistan agree for a meeting to push peace talks with Taliban. And Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella signs MoUs with India's Andhra Pradesh province. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.